Holy fuck! There you go, falling into the pits.
More machinery. The whole place is a machine.
Okay, everyone, so welcome to the final plot level, I guess, of this game, the Aetherium. So, yeah, we're in an alternate reality, kind of suspended in this blue mist-like shit. You may notice that there's a purple meter on the bottom right there, and that is actually your harm meter. If you spend too much time in here with all in the mist in this area here, you actually take damage the longer you stay in here, and you can only reverse the damage by getting back into normal reality. In a couple sections later on in this level, you'll be able to cross back over into regular reality again. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just swim forward onto this platform here, and you're going to drop. Make sure not to go onto those platforms there, because you can see there's electricity on them. And you're just going to want to hang off the edge here and drop into the stream below. And swim out onto this edge here. And then once you get to this area, we're on kind of the corner, I suppose, of this big structure here. There's going to be weird, like, blue fairies that are kind of floating around, but they don't actually harm you, so you don't have to worry about them. So come here, and those things there are what I'm talking about, and just roll onto the next platform. And you're going to want to keep going until you find these green rings here. You can see that the rings on this side are green. These tunnels are color-coded to help you kind of figure out where to go. Otherwise, this level would be an absolute nightmare to navigate. Even with the colored tunnels, it can get pretty difficult. But that's where you're supposed to go to start off, is the green tunnel. You're going to end up in this room here. Oh, I thought I fucking blew it there. And you're going to want to grab this tool here.
A tool from beyond.
A tool from beyond, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to break down certain doorways to get back into regular reality, which will heal us up, which is what we need. No need to go down there yet. We will. That's actually where we fell through earlier on when we began the level, so no need to go down there yet. Just go back the way you came. And you swim in here just like you would underwater. It's exactly the same controls, it's just there's no water. You're just kind of levitating in air. And we're going to move on to this next outside edge here. Roll across once again, and you should be facing the purple rings. You can go in through here, and we're going to find our first portal to the other reality. So you can get out your tool from beyond, press action, and you're going to open up that doorway.
Well now, this gizmo seems to open up contact with ordinary reality.
Wonderful.
I feel better already.
And as soon as you get in here, you can see that meter on the right there filling up. So you may also notice that we're going to find our first treasure here, this money chest. In the Miroe reality, or part of Miroe anyway, you can tell by the pyramids and the jeep and stuff. But this is all you can really explore. You obviously can't get by the shifting wall colors and stuff like that. This level actually looks pretty cool. I like it. It's a very unique, very cool looking level. So now we can head back down the tunnel again and continue going to the left onto this other platform. And you kind of just make a loop around the outside of this structure. Roll across again. And we should be facing orange rings. The colors kind of flicker back and forth. I think that's just a glitch in the game. Either in the game or the computer I'm running it on. It is supposed to be orange, as you can see. We can get down here and open up the Palawan reality.
What do you know? I got lucky.
It's going to open up portals to all the previous levels we've been on. And before you leave, there's also going to be your second treasure here. Some silver coins tucked away in the corner here. Okay, now we can take the way back once again. Swim into swim. And this time you're just going to want to drop down to the floor, because there's something we need to get on the floor. You're going to take damage either way. I don't think there's any way to avoid taking damage when you drop down to the floor. Unless you can swim down the middle part, I suppose. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do, but I just drop. It's easier to me. I think there are 4 bugs down here, if I remember. You can shoot those things, but it doesn't really matter. There's the final one. It looks like it has a human face. That's creepy. Get back here. Okay. So once the bugs are all dead, you can actually crawl underneath this space here, and you're going to find the 3rd treasure of the level, the Aetherium Gem. One of them. And this is the only level that these gems are featured on, these weird blue gems with the dots. So once you have that, you can crawl back up into the stream. Just make sure you're not doing it where there's electricity shooting across. And you're going to want to swim back up to the top. Don't swim out by the lightning again. And we're going to have to do this whole part again here. Drop back into the stream. And I believe we have to go to the left this time. I think. No. I guess you can get around either way. You gotta keep going until you find the blue tunnel. Whew. That was a close one. There we go. There's where we need to go. And now you can find the blue tunnel and follow that. And this is going to lead us to the Tian Shan reality.
Whoa, it opened.
Woohoo! And if you drop to this little platform here, you're going to find a small medical kit.
First aid.
And treasure number 4, some gold coins tucked away here by this skeleton. How this skeleton ended up here, I have no fucking idea. But he's there. And now we can use this to get through to the other part.
What do you know? It worked.
And finally get out of that first main area there. And now we can see where this tunnel leads. And this is going to drop you into the second main area of the level, this section here. There's going to be a couple of robots here, if I remember correctly, so you might want to get your shotgun out. No, just bugs. Nope, there are robots. I think there's another one around here. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so once you're in here, this is, you may notice, where we fell through. There's Sophia hovering up there. So at the beginning of the level, we fell from the very top all the way through this hole and into that main area. Now, you may be thinking we need to take one of these 3 columns up, and we do, but this is actually one of the 2 levels that includes a kind of neat Easter egg in it, the other one being the next level, Peru. So if you want to see the Easter egg and collect the next treasure, you actually have to jump through this hole again, back into this area here. And drop out here, and we're going to want to find the orange rings again, which I believe are this way. Use the orange rings? Yes, excellent. So you're going to want to go down here, and you'll find that another door has actually opened up in the bottom of the floor here. So that's where we went through the last time, but if you turn around, there's actually a hidden door that is opened up down here since we made it to that other main room. And if you crawl through here, we're going to get kind of a goofy
This
segment.
doesn't feel right.
So yeah, if you're a fan of the Monkey Island series, also made by LucasArts, this is a little Easter egg they made for you. Indy turns into Guybrush Threepwood, and all of the devs' faces are on the wall. There's also the 5th treasure here sitting in a
That's what I
chest,
found.
the gold idol. So if you want to get all the treasures for this level, you are actually going to have to come in here. So yeah, just all the devs' faces. There's a monkey hopping around. Is that fucking Jar Jar Binks? Fuck. When did this game come out? God, I really hope it wasn't before Phantom Menace, and that was like a hint or a tease of Jar Jar. I really hope not, because that would be rough. You can also see Indy and Guybrush down there as well. So yeah, neat little Easter egg. There's another Easter egg, like I said, in the next level. There's George Lucas, even though he never worked on this game at all, to my knowledge. But I guess the company is named after him, so you gotta put him somewhere. And once you're done, you can just run back in there. And now we just need to take the blue tunnel back out to that other main area again. But yeah, nice little Easter egg that they included. There's another Easter egg, like I said, in the next level, but I'll talk about that once I get to the next level, I suppose. It's actually quite a bit harder to get to, but it's pretty cool as well. There we go. And now we can take the blue tunnel back to the main entranceway. Or that other main part that we needed to be in. Just run through here again. I guess I can let my tolerance build up. Once you get past those few tunnels, though, you never really have to worry about running out of health. Because you're never in one of these tubes for very long after this part. Okay, so now we can drop down. And now what you're going to want to do is take this... I believe they all lead to the same area, so I just usually take this first one up. And just swim directly upwards. Which are actually, if you swim here, you're going to find your 6th treasure of the level. Another Aetherium Gem kind of hidden in this little corner here. If you swim across to this side, you can walk out onto one of these platforms and have a nice talk with Sophia.
Sophia?
Andy, get me out of here! I'm turning stone or something.
So she's useless once again in this level, and we're going to have to find some way to get her out of that ball. You can't do anything else here for the time being, so just jump back into the stream and continue going upwards. That's just a locked door that we don't have open yet, so we can't do anything with it. You're just going to want to follow this stream all the way to the top and around this curve here, and that's going to drop you off into this room here, where we finally meet the man himself, Marduk. It's pretty underwhelming, all things considered.
Marduk, you're one of those angry gods, I'll bet. Ugly, too.
Jesus. Indy has some fucking balls. The man has some fucking balls of steel if he's willing to just insult a god like that to his face. So the first thing you're going to want to do is run into here and swim downward. We once again don't have any conventional weapons that can kill Marduk. Right now there's a couple of bugs crawling around and also a couple of these fuckheads. Is there 2 of them? No. Okay, so this is a door that doesn't open yet. That door just leads to another doorway out, I believe. Oh, that's the one we have to take, sorry. I entered in from the other way this time. There's actually 2 ways into this hallway. So we're going to want to come down to this room here. Nice. Good stuff, we got them both. And coming through the middle here, you're going to find another portal.
Success.
And we're in Teotihuacan. And we once again have use for the mirror.
What have we here? What do you know?
So grab that mirror, and before you leave, they're going to find treasure number 7, the silver bar sitting here in this reality. Okay. So now that we've got the mirror, we can actually fight Marduk, which is wonderful. And I believe there's also an Aetherium Gem here. On the other side, it must be. Just go the other way, I guess. There's probably going to be some more bugs down here. Yeah, and more of these things. See if I can snipe this guy from this distance. Come on, he's right there. Snipe him. Perfect. So I can heal up. Yes, right back here. There's going to be treasure number 8, another Aetherium Gem. And now we don't have to worry about treasures for a while. The last 2 are near the end of the level. Okay, so now we have what we need to fight Marduk. So you're going to want to swim back up. Back into Marduk's lair. And you're immediately going to want to take out the mirror. And Indy's going to use it as a kind of shield while Marduk shoots electric balls at you. And you can reflect him back and hit him. And I believe you have to hit him like 5 times. He may go up top, though. Yeah. Once he goes up top, you're going to have to take this ramp to the next level. There's some more bugs up here, of course. Jesus, I can't believe that thing didn't bite me. And now we can use the mirror once again up here. Oh, come on. Did he go back down to the ground floor? Yeah. Oh, how did that hit me? Come on, come up here. There we go. And just have a battle with him here for a bit. It's not too tough. If he's down low like that, you can't reflect it back. You're just going to have to hide until he decides to climb up here again. Nope, that's way too low. You can slide back down to the main floor as well, but it's way easier to get back up here. Or it's way easier to just dodge from up here than it is to slide back down to the floor. He's not moving though, is he? Fine, I'll go down to the floor if you want me to. Come on. Oh, and now you go up. Okay, there we go. Come on. Good stuff. And now is he going back up? Probably. Okay. Where's that ramp again? You're inevitably going to take damage. There's no real way to avoid damage, especially later on in the level. He turns into another form, and it is literally impossible to avoid taking a hit. Okay, I think we need to hit him one more time, if I remember correctly. Not from down there, though. Come on up. Come on, you fuck. Get your ass up here. God damn it. Am I gonna have to slide down there again? Looks like I might. Come on. There we go. Shoot at me. Good stuff. Not a very tough god. And you've completed stage 1 of the fight.
Maybe I should give it a try.
So you're going to need to pick up this medallion here and stick that into this obvious slot for it. And that's going to charge up this electric ball, which you're going to need to whip, as he tells you. And this is how we're going to defeat Marduk in stage 2. You have to use your charged up whip, as that's going to be the only thing that hurts him. You gotta whip it about 5 or 6 times, I believe. He'll tell you when to stop. He's courteous like that.
Well, that ought to do it.
Good. Good thing that you know that. Good to know, Indy. Okay, so now that we have the... Oh, I was getting health. Gonna use up lots of health on this level. So now that we have a charged up whip, we can actually open that door that we saw down here and continue on in the level. I hope I went to the right side, but I probably didn't. Nope, of course not. Oh well. It's a short trek back to the other side. Okay, there's where we need to be. Where is that ball? There we go. And that's going to open up this door for us, so we can get back into the stream and back into the room where Sophia is at. So you're going to want to take this down back to this area here. And Marduk is going to be constantly flitting around in this area. Thankfully, he's not at his worst form yet, so he doesn't do too much damage to you. But just try and avoid him as best you can. He may hit you a couple times. There's really no way to get not hit in this part at all. It just doesn't work. Okay. So that door just closed on us. So now we gotta take this other pathway back. Go away, Marduk. Or no, not that one quite yet. But we gotta continue to run down here and hit all 3 of these balls to release Sophia from her prison, whatever you kind of call that thing. Oh, look at that bug in the background. He wants a piece. He wants a piece. Good stuff. And just continue going forward. We'll be going in those streams that you see later, so you might want to clear out some of the bugs here. It's probably easier at this point in time than later on. And now we can hit this last one and release Sophia. I don't know what the whole purpose of this thing is to begin with. I don't know if she's supposed to be a sacrifice to this guy or what, but I don't know why this was originally made. It makes no sense. But here we go. And oh no, poor Sophia is not done with yet. Payback for that brutal haircut. And they create this fucking thing. And this is where things are going to get difficult. This thing has like a laser shot that never misses ever. So just be aware of that. Because it's brutal and it's going to get you a lot. And there's really no way to avoid it. Like even rolling, it's really hard to dodge. So you're going to want to continue to go until you hit this tunnel. You're going to find 2 spots. That one just leads out to the main area again. We don't want to go through there yet. You want to come down this one. And you are going to want to go to the right here. And we're going to find another portal to the other world, or to the real world. We can open that up.
Success.
And we're going to get the red gem. And once again, those gems from King Saul's mine are going to come into play. You'll see how in a bit. So now it's just a matter of dropping down and finding the other 2 gems. And they are also in areas where you can go up using these. Into the stream we go once again. This level actually isn't too long, but it is incredibly confusing if you don't know where you're going, as with many of the later levels. This one, the starting area, is particularly bad with all those tunnels, because you can just be swimming in circles forever and getting absolutely nowhere. So now we got 2. You can swim out onto the other side here and just keep going. Oh, we got lucky there. Where is that last one? There it is. Ooh. Okay, and this is going to lead us to our final gem. the green gem. And then we will finally have all we need to fight the second incarnation of Marduk.
Look what I found. One of King Saul's jewels.
Hooray! Okay, and now we need to run all the way back and take... Oh shit, the door's closed, isn't it? We need to run all the way back, get onto the other side of the door. But I believe we have to go back this way for, if I am correct. I hope I'm correct. Way. Jesus, they're getting close. I'm actually doing not too bad this time, though. It's one of the first times, or one of the best runs I've had on this level, as far as getting hit is concerned. I believe we have to go through here. Yeah, there we go. Now we're on the other side of the door, and we can get back into the stream, and you want to swim back down to that bottom floor again. Right up to this door, you notice it has a green ring around it. This is where you need to put the gems to open up these doors. And these are the sections where you're going to get hit a lot by the lasers. There's nowhere to dodge, there's nowhere to really go, you just gotta try and do it as fast as possible. Open up this portal, and that's going to start bringing in real reality into this other world. Which is what we need to kill the second and final incarnation of Marduk here. Oops. Can run in here. There's going to be a full trauma kit.
A medical kit.
And there's also going to be your 9th treasure of the level, another money chest, as well as a poison kit.
Some medicine.
Okay, so if you're low on health, it's a good idea to save and health up before you leave these rooms, because this is where you're going to get hit, like I said. It's a wide open area, there's nowhere to go, and these lasers do not miss. Like, it's next to impossible to avoid anything. And here we got the blue gem door, and you're just going to repeat the exact same process as the last one.
What do you know? It worked.
She worked, even though it's worked every other time before this. I love how he says, "What do you know? Imagine that," even though everything's worked for him like 20 times before. Like opening portals with this tool, he's like, "I can't believe it worked." And it's like, why wouldn't it? It has every other time. There's nothing in that one, unfortunately, so you're just gonna have to... Jesus. You're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. That was a really poor quick save. I don't know why I saved it there. Just, oh, God, it's so brutal. It's just an excuse to take away your life at this point. This may not look like the red ring, but it is the red ring. There's nowhere else to put the red gem, so this is where it goes. No, it's like the devs just decided they needed to get rid of like the 20 medkits you've stacked up since the beginning of this game, and they just created this shitty part. Okay. Almost done. There's going to be another little medkit for you here.
First aid.
And that's it in here. Okay. So now we can finally confront Marduk for the final time and kick his ass. And what you're going to want to do is run to the middle of the room. And now that we have platforms, we can totally climb up these things. Okay, let's heal ourselves up. And this is the platform you want to be on. You're going to want to get out your whip and just follow this thing. And when it charges at you, slap it in the face with the whip. For whatever reason, it decides it doesn't want to shoot us with the lasers now, despite being a much better attack. I don't get it either, but this is what you got to do. And you got to hit this thing like 3 or 4 times. The timing can be a little tight. You just gotta kind of gauge it based on how far away she's charging at you. You get the hang of it after a while. Where are you going? Its flying animation is really fucking weird. Eat shit. Should be one more time. Oop, she's gonna get real close to me this time. There we go. And Marduk is fucking dead. That's the final boss fight, everybody. It's kind of anticlimactic, honestly. And we get this cutscene where they just are pissed off at each other for no reason.
What? What is it? Have I got two heads or something?
No. Two faces, maybe.
Ooh.
Pardon me?
Indy spit in the fire.
You were on Turner's side, right up until the end there.
I never lied. I'm a professional. I was doing my job.
Turner had, like, no part in the game. We saw him in, like, 3 levels.
I guess that's human enough.
Ah, what an awkward polygonal hug. She then proceeds to call us a bastard and just run the fuck out, leaving us behind. She clearly cares for us a lot. So now you just get the ending sequence out of this place. This magical door has mysteriously appeared, and you're just going to want to follow this straightforward path to get the hell out of Babylon. Wrong turn. Even though the ceiling's collapsing, I don't think you can ever actually be killed by the falling blocks. They fall too fast to actually hit you. And I think you can, like, sit here forever, and I don't think the building ever actually collapses, as far as I know. If someone wants to sit in this section for, like, 45 minutes and see if it actually does come crumbling down and you lose the game, be my guest. But I don't really want to. There we go. Climb up here. And right before we exit, you're going to notice this column or this broken pillar to the left. And if you climb over it, you're going to find your very last treasure of the level.
An idol.
Woo! And that is the final plot level, at least, of this game. We'll crawl out and see the ending cutscene. Marduk was pretty damn weak. It's not a good final boss fight, in my opinion. They could have done a lot more with it, but it's okay.
Well, well. Red's again.
And look who shows up! And for whatever reason, we're just best buds now.
Dr. Jones.
I hope not. Whoever we ran into.
Like, why are we friends with this guy? He tried to kill us like a dozen times.
Theory disavows the existence of supernatural powers.
And you expect to win?
I don't get it. I really don't.
A long struggle.
Look at that 2-foot ledge that he has to help us climb over. Oh, the victory music, because we're best friends now.
Listen, Gennady, you don't happen to have any socialist vodka?
While we drink, we can talk about all the times you tried to kill me. Weren't those fun times? Remember all my men you slaughtered in the process of this adventure? All of your men I slaughtered, I mean? And they walk off into the sunset to end the story. Gonna get real fucking drunk on vodka, I guess. And that's it. For the plot, anyway. We are done the main story of the Infernal Machine, and I still think it's a pretty good plot. 10 treasures, the level takes a little over half an hour if you know where to go. It's actually a fairly short level compared to some of the rest of the game. So that was the final plot level, I suppose. But you may remember that way back in the first level, I told you that there was a secret map. Oh, I guess it's just going to start us there. Okay, I thought I would have the opportunity to buy the map. But I guess once you finish that last level, it just takes you to the bonus level. Okay?
Ah, Peru.
Well,
It's been a long time since I stood here.
this is the beginning of Peru, I guess. I'll just hit the escape key here. So yeah, this is the bonus level, Peru. And I guess I'll get to that in the next video. You can get to it at any point in the game, provided you have the money for it, or I guess you can just wait until you finish the last level, and it'll automatically take you there. And this is basically a recreation of the first scene from the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the movie. You're going to go back into the temple with that golden head you found and the Hovitos and Belloc and all that shit. Of course, none of that's here because Belloc's been dead for like 15 years at this point in game time. But yeah, they do a nice homage to the first movie, and it'll be really fun to see. So thanks for watching, you guys, and next time we're going to play the bonus level, the very last level in the game. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the main story, and I hope you're looking forward to the bonus level. Thanks.